All right. I'll hand this over to the very talented Miss Jacqueline Bellavia Duhan. Jackie, I got to see you in 2 weeks and let's see, 2 months, a little over 2 months.
Yes, you will. All up in my glory, baby. All up in my glory.
I'm just going to just do one plug as we get this started. We have an event coming up, October 13th is really the arrival date, Friday. Some people are coming in Thursday the 12th. So the 12th until later. We extended the rooms again. So we guys get your rooms booked. Like the first thing, book your rooms. Airfare is super, super affordable. Okay. We're talking amazing round trip, pricing. This is going to be an amazing event. You're investing in yourself. All right. So there's 276 people here right now. Everybody's going to gain if you show up there and you want to get there. Ashley, I don't know if we're here. I'll do one Q&A, but we're not going to do any more. Ashley, you're going to go to your question.
Can you bring anybody else or just you?
Can you bring it? You can bring whoever you want.
Oh.
Yeah. Ashley, and we haven't met, so now you have to go. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, you can bring a friend, you can bring your spouse, you can bring your mom, you can bring your dad, you can bring your cousin, you can bring anybody you want to it, right? Everybody needs their own ticket because obviously with this stuff, but you guys, we are having a amazing spread of food to launch this wine with. And for all the foodies out there, I'm just telling you, you are going to miss out if you don't show up. Like this. The celebration event that we're doing is worth the entire trip. And then we're packing all sorts of round of fun and then obviously the training too. So I'll put the link in here. Make sure you can click on it. It's RRR247.com/event 2023. It's got the links for the rooms. It's got the links for everything, but your airfare is on there. All right. And it's, you guys, if you've never been to one of our events, you're going to see why people go to them over and over and over again. They make a huge difference and set you up for the future. And I'm just going to put that out there. Make sure you book the rooms. There we are, I'm getting more and more. If we book all the ones we have now, we can open up more for our team members. It's just a very high season time. All right. So that being said, Jackie.
Yes, and I need you to co-host Renee Chet, please, sir.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry, come in. Let's do that right now. So she's in here twice. I think I'm gonna put her both in as co-hosts.
Okay.
Since Renee, I'm not sure which camera you're using, all that other stuff to go there. So I'm gonna let you guys know something. There's more coming. Take one bite at a time, do one thing at a time, right? I'd say we take one bite at a time. That's it. You eat an elephant, one bite at a time. This feels like an elephant to a lot of people, especially you're brand new. Just do one thing at a time, trust the process, just do the training. It'll get easier and easier and easier. When it's easy, anybody can do it, right? So you just keep doing that. But we have so much more opportunity to stack on top of our opportunities because of the circular way it's built. We don't need to really like dilute our efforts. We focus on what matters. The rest just comes. All right. All right. We got an awesome thing here. I'm gonna pass it to you, Jackie, and then I'll come back on. If you guys have Q&A, bring it on then. I'm going to be showing you some stuff that we're going to be doing with Brain Food Academy and the world. But you guys, we have an awesome opportunity for countries that have all of our anchors. We're going to talk about that with the time I have left. So Jackie, until then, I want you to just do what you guys do. I'm excited to see what Renee has. I'm passing it over to you, and I'm gonna be paying attention. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
Okay. Well, thank you there, Roy.
Or a coffee cup with wine in it.
You know how you do that, right? You make it look real hot. They never know. They never know what's in those coffee cups. But anyway,
I think it's best. I'm gonna cut in again because if you blow on it every now and then, that's how you guys it.
But I'm saying,
right?
Hey man, many a meetings, whatever it takes. Well, good morning, everybody. As you could say, yeah, we're live. We're human. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Jacqueline. I'm an MSI here. Been around these parts for about 5 years. And yes, I am the PETA of the bunch and drive everybody crazy. But I love this Saturday morning. This is when we bring to you what we call the Saturday morning wine brunch. And for many of you, it may be only 9 o'clock in the morning. Who cares? You can drink wine any time of the day if it's paired with the proper food. And so that's what we do here. But anyway, we have a great guest this morning, and she scared me half to death because I always like the host to join in the 10 o'clock meeting, and she was busy cooking because I do believe she has 3 pairs for you today. And so I have blown up Skype. I have blown up her instructor's phone. I have blown up Stacy's phone. I have blown up everything in the world, but she is here and she's wonderful. She does a great job for us. We absolutely love her. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring to you Miss Renee Chet. She's one of our GSIs. She does a great job, but she has a lot. Her page is wonderful. I did read that this morning, and I believe she's going to pair 2 wines with her dishes today. So without further ado, Renee, take it away, even though you scared the hell out of me, sister.
Well, just so you know, Renee is always here to the point where my husband was gonna bring in a second wife until I cooked him this meal. So I was on my phone as well as my tablet, which confused everybody. So sorry about that.
Well, you confused me. You know, I am from Southeast Louisiana. I'm a slow learner, honey. I was just looking for your name and I didn't see it. And I was having one more horror. But you're here, and that's
Okay.
all that matters. So tell us what you got this morning, baby girl.
So I've got the table prepared. I've
It's
got
beautiful, by the way.
cucumbers, tetrazzini salad.
Wow.
I've got koftas with tomato sauce.
What is
And then
that?
I have
I don't know what that
almond.
dish.
It's called a Mediterranean 3-ingredient cake. And you can do hazelnuts, you can do walnuts. I used almonds because this is pretty spicy food. So I wanted to pare it down a little bit with the cake.
Wow. So talk to us a little bit about your recipes. How did you do your recipes and all that? And then we'll get to your pairing, sweetheart.
Okay, so actually, when I started making these, we use them as more sliders. And then we decided, since it was so tangy, it was easier to do it as an appetizer. So you can see that I have them on skewers.
Okay.
And that just seemed to go over a little bit better.
Looks delicious. Your presentation's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's almost like you are having a brunch at your house. Maybe I need to come over there. I wouldn't have been so scared.
And tetrazzini salad is really one of my husband's favorite things. So that's something that I do often.
And it looks like you got red onion in there, maybe?
Red onions, cucumbers. Tzatziki sauce is Greek yogurt, lots of garlic, a little bit of spices here and there. These are pretty spicy dishes. So, yep, good to eat.
And what are you going to be pairing that with, honey?
Bear with me just a second. My earpiece popped out. I'll be right back.
Well, while she's fixing her earpiece, no, her dishes looks absolutely phenomenal. And I don't want to steal her thunder because I do believe she's going to pair 2 separate wines with that. She might be coming back.
I'm back.
But there you go. Okay.
So I was gonna do the Grand Cru Pinot Noir. And I'm also gonna do a white.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm gonna do the red first.
Okay.
And I made these small so that it's really one bite.
Okay. So are you gonna flip that around and show us, or? Here. Oh, I see your plate there. I see it, baby.
Okay, hold on a sec. Flipping my camera.
There you go. We wanted to see that beautiful face this morning.
Okay. That's one of the toftas. That's good. The wine kind of pairs it down because there's chilies in here. There's turmeric, cumin. So there's a lot of strong spices and the wine just kind of smooths over it. And I'm getting all the flavors. Good.
And that's the Grand Cru
Okay.
Discoveries Pinot that you're pairing with, baby. I thought so. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, that was the Tizzini with the cucumbers and the red onions. Now I'm getting a whole different set of flavors with using the Pinot Noir. It's mild enough that the flavor's coming through, but it's not overpowering.
Interesting.
Okay. Now I'm going to take it over here. And this 3-ingredient cake was real simple to make. You kind of grind up the nuts, throw in the sugar. I do all that in my food processor. And then you scramble up your eggs or, use your whisk and do the 4 eggs and then fold the eggs into the batter. And it's not like a regular cake batter. It's a little thicker, but then you put it in parchment paper and very easy cleanup.
What's all in that cake?
Almonds, a cup of sugar. So it's 12 ounces of almonds, a cup of sugar, and 4 eggs.
Oh, okay.
Very simple. And then powdered sugar for the top.
Do we have a recipe page for this?
Yes. And you wrote a phenomenal page. I'm trying to post it, Rory, and it's not, I don't know if y'all have the chat turned off or what, but I can't.
Well, you're a co-host. You should be able to do it.
I know. I should be able to.
Here, let me check.
Jackie, and I can put it in for you.
Stacey, I'm gonna send it to you. I can't get it to post. I don't know.
I'll wait.
I'm sure
That
it's me.
Pinot Noir with that almond cake is perfect.
I love almond cake anyway.
It brings out the almond flavor, but with a real smooth finish.
Wow.
That
Such a simple cake.
looks delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Okay, now I need to get the other wine. So if you want to move on and talk about the club, then I'll come back.
We'll talk just a few minutes. We don't get real deep about the club on this particular call, guys, because we do a fabulous job on Monday nights about the opportunity. But if you're new here, just know, first of all, get back with the person that invited you. But our winery is a boutique winery in Napa and Sonoma Valley. You are getting true fine wines that are cultivated properly without additives and preservatives and all that sorts of thing that you get in a store-bought wine, and you are getting it at very, very reasonable prices. Our wines, if we retailed them in the stores, they would cost on upward of, $100+ per bottle. And you are getting these very, very inexpensive in terms of the product that you're getting because of the structure that Rory and Tanya and Peter built. There is no middleman. But once you taste one of our wines, you will know the difference of what you're getting from a store-bought wine versus what you're getting from us. All of our wines come in refrigerated trucks to make sure that when the deliverable gets to you, the wine is not damaged in any way. And it is just phenomenal. When I very first started with this group, I mean, I was a big cab snob. I thought that was the only kind of wine there was Cabernet Sauvignon. And for the 5 years, I have really broadened my palate, as I think many of these on this call will attest that they have as well. And that's what this club is all about. It is about bringing back the true education of what a fine wine is that many other countries have experienced. And we lost a lot of that back in the Prohibition. But if you have not tried one of our wines, become a customer. Try it. You will definitely love it. There is not a wine here that I tell you that as I have grown my palate that I don't absolutely love. And plus, with all the education that we do here and how to properly pair the wines with certain foods to get the full flavor of the wines is just huge. And so stay tuned on Monday nights for the wine opportunity call, as well as we're here same channel, same time every Saturday to bring you exactly what Renee's doing. And we feature different cooks every week so that you get a flavor of different culinary dishes throughout the presentations. So Renee, are you ready, honey?
I am. So for the white wine, I'm going to pair the Tanya Pinot Grigio, our lovely founder.
That ought to be a real interesting pair with that spicy dish you got.
And I was like you. I'm more of a red wine, but I haven't found a single wine in our bunch that I don't like.
I think there's a lot of people on this call that would agree with that. I think there's a lot of people on this call that never even drank wine, that when they were introduced to this now, Stacy's raising her hand, you know, they just didn't really realize what it was all about. It's not just drinking it's an experience when you drink a fine wine and you pair it. And that's what we're trying to bring to you through these trainings that we have.
Okay, that was the Tofta with the Pinot Grigio. And I'm tasting more of the coriander and the poppy seed. It's a very good, not overpowering flavor. But at the end, I'm tasting a little of the spice, a little bit more than what I was before.
It
So
didn't
where the
mellow it
Pinot,
like it did with the Pinot. Yeah.
The Pinot Noir kind of mellowed it out. This kind of enhances it.
Interesting.
Now I'm going to do a piece of the cucumber.
And by the way, I love tzatziki cucumber salad. That's one of my faves too.
My son,
so hot.
every single time he comes home.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's interesting. I can taste the garlic, but again, not too strong. And I'm a big garlic person. And the flavors of the actual cucumber. It's good. Little touch of the dill.
What was the difference in what you tasted with your Pinot versus what you just
with the
tasted?
Pinot kind of smoothed out the flavors, where the Pinot Grigio is kind of enhancing.
Interesting.
Okay, now I'm going to try the cake.
Try the cake, eat the cake, folks, eat the cake. It's got the skinny calories.
Now I like the Pinot Grigio with the almond cake. Those flavors just pair very, very well, smooths it, but yet the touches of the almond really enhance. So the lighter wine is enhancing the flavors. The heavier wine is kind of smoothing out the flavors.
Very
Very
good
good pairing.
Very good. Well, Renee, we thank you so much for hopping on here. Rory, do you have anything to add, or Niall, or I don't believe Peter's on here this morning.
I just want to eat some of this cake. And
That's what I said. Eat the cake.
I just want to eat some of this cake and then do the pairings, but I'll bring that up there. The thing about it is, right, is like you balance it off with a red and a white. You had two contrasting wines, which is a very awesome way to pair it. And what's really good about this, and I'm just going to tell you is, you guys know I like to add and even tease or plant the seed of an experience somebody's going to have, whether it's in the business we do, but definitely with food. So Renee, if you're doing this as or anybody, if you're doing this as like an entertainment thing, this is how I would do it. So during the charcuterie time, or when the appetizer time, when they come in there, you might have that the Pinot Grigio, or you could have like a Sauvignon Blanc or a rosé even that you're starting out with. I would literally save this for dessert. But Renee, what I would do is have like a toothpick, like take one of the cubes and dice it up in like 9 pieces, put some toothpicks on it, and then say, hey, oh, you're drinking the Pinot Grigio. I want you to try dessert with it before we'll have dessert later, but I want you to try it with that. And then say it brings this out, and say, oh, wait till you taste it with the Pinot Noir for dessert. That is a fun way to plant that seed and then open up their mind to the possibilities of the change too. But just the teaser. Now I'm gonna, you guys, I say it's Tanya and I, but I'm the one that's the more the tease of the two of us by far. The dinner we're having in October, I want everybody to be famished, because the law of diminishing return is real. So if you want to have them experience the tastes, do it first, because as they fill up, their palate's filling, they don't appreciate the same because the hunger is gone. It's the law of diminishing returns, and it's the most, it's the easiest in all things to relate to in a couple of topics, but food is one of the fastest ones you see it, right? Like if you have a kid that likes a jelly donut, then okay, I'll tell you how my teacher taught this to me. But Renee, when that dessert is the perfect one to do this with. That's how I see it. But so, business law teacher and in marketing teacher, same teacher, and it's marketing class, law of diminishing returns, and to show it, we ran a bookstore. This is high school years, guys. So I ran the bookstore, which didn't sell books. The bookstore is where you bought pastries, sodas, and candy, which supported the marketing classes and everything that we did. It helped pay for our activities. So we sold those there, right? And you'd build things up there. I did. There's a reason I ran it, but anyway, had a lot of fun. But we had these cream-filled donuts. They were called, I try to remember what they're called. They weren't Bismarcks. They're in the shape of a big triangle. They came from this particular bakery. They were the #1 selling donut. Everybody loved them, and they'd come and get them. They'd be sold out. It didn't matter if they could bring me 60 dozen. They'd sell right out. Like and we never had enough. Like it was, and the baker could only make so many because they were delivering them everywhere else. Anyway, at our school, we had this popular donut. And so even as popular as it would sell out. I knew when he was going to do this lesson, because I helped in that class 3 years, is because he would set aside a dozen of those, right? And then sometimes he would do them for like a faculty meeting or anyway, Mr. Black. And so anyway, he would take a dozen, right? And he'd take it there and he'd pick on the obnoxious kid in class. He usually did that. And he'd just say like, you like these donuts? Like, yeah, great. Okay, perfect. Here's one. And he's eating like, good, right? Well, you got a dozen. You got to eat all of them. Tell me how you feel. And after like 3, 4, he's like, they're not as good anymore, right? And that's how we'd prove it all out. So the thing about food and wine tastings, it's okay to make small portions for people to try. They'll appreciate them better. And this is why tapas are really good to go with it, or your small things. It's the law of diminishing returns. Now, I don't want to give anything away, but I like this aspect with wine tasting, because if you have, like, this is why charcuterie boards are so fun, right? Especially like, so if you just come to a charcuterie board and maybe you're going to have like little sandwiches or tapas with it, but usually it has 10 different meats, 10 different cheeses, 10 different jams and jellies and fruits and nuts and all that stuff that's on there. And so you get little tastes to pair with the wine. And and so just think about that when you're enjoying it yourself. I mean, this is why, Tanya, we have charcuterie boards all the time, because you get to share all the stuff and experience with the wines. And when you're tasting wines and you're trying to pair things out, this is a fun thing to do, but it's also a very awesome activity. But Renee, if you were to, if you were to cut those like into 9 little squares, toothpicks in them, and have them try that, that would wet their whistle, and then they enjoy the meal. And then it's like, oh, it's time for the Pinot Noir with the dessert. That would be a fun thing with that. And I also like dessert to start out with anyway. I'll eat a brownie before I start a lot of things. I want to get that good taste of the brownie out of the way. But I'm just going to point out how awesome this was, Renee. And I appreciate you guys do this, but guys, food is meant to be enjoyed. Wine is a food. And when you take those flavonoids, it has to be a true wine. If you're drinking that crap from the store, you don't get this. It doesn't work the same. Look, people are missing out. They just don't know, right? They're buying something that just gets you, yeah, it'll get you drunk. It'll give you a headache too. But I mean, that's what it is. But when you take a true wine like ours, you pair that with these foods. Renee, you were like, the best part of the whole day so far for me is you're going, wow, the other one kind of balanced it out, and this one's enhancing it. Yes, that's exactly what I want to hear and see you experience. There's my.
You just proved my mom right. She always said, eat dessert first.
Oh, you should. like you should, and you don't need all the dessert, right? You just have a dessert first. I love food so much. Like, you have a main deal. A lot of times, by the time you get done with dinner, you're like you're so full, you can't enjoy the number one thing, which is usually that piece of chocolate. So start out with that. Why not? I mean, there's other things too. Like, I say the chocolate because that's usually what I go for, but like, you make these amazing desserts for like entertainment, and then by the time they get down to them, they're full. They've consumed them. Their palates, got the alcohol effect to it, so they're not really good tasting, and they have that thing. So, and when you're doing your charcuterie, a teaser of the dessert is a really good idea for any dessert, probably. But this one is ideal. Like, Renee, like, I can see that just chopped up, and then because it goes with the white and it goes with the red. It tastes really good, huh? And you're like, wait till you taste it with the Pinot. You just tease them. Have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Will do.
Thank you so much, Renee. And Roy, we're going to turn it back over to you. I do know you need a few minutes to cover some things. So guys, we'll be back next week, same time, same channel. So join us. Thank you all.
Okay, so I'm in the back office of Edison's account. I've disabled the smart ship. I'm going to re-enable the smart ship. I'm going to show you the back office. Okay, so this is I'll click on this. This is my adhere to dummy account. Come on. Okay, so first of all, on this account, if you're an instructor, this is where we're accessing the instructor calls starting Monday, and it works. We've got all the bugs worked out. We've had Peter on with the Zoom engineers and got their stuff and coordinated so we could actually connect it. Join instructor call and then join GSI call. Just so everybody knows, these are you can't go in the back way. The back way does not, the old way, I should say, that's the old way does not connect to these. You've got to come into your DTC ambassador back office. Okay. And we know it works for the GSI and the instructor call. Test it. It's ready to go. Starting Monday, that's what we do. We don't need to do roll call. You have access or you don't. Okay. And if you're an instructor and once you get your NDA back in, this is all going to be added. you'll be able to see this. If you don't see it, go to your instructor immediately, and we'll get that stand on there. And that's going to be a high quality issue we have. We're going to be trying to make sure that everything is updated by the weekend so that Monday you can be on the calls. We have a huge instructor call this Monday. I'll just put that out there. Okay, so right down here on the left-hand side, we have the wine join link, and now we have the ambassador join link. Okay, this is for those that are not going to be part of receiving wine, but they're going to be part of DTC Ambassador. Our Wine of the Month Club is definitely what brought us here. All roads lead to wine, and so that's why we have our wine join links. However, you're going to see a new one come on here that's going to be the parent account link or something similarly named. And when that's available here, that's when we can start marketing for the parents. Now, that's for our Brain Food Academy program. And also this ambassador join link is what we use for anyone that's going to be a teacher. And what we need before that is a presentation, right? We need to do our marketing properly. So we're going to have presentation videos done and release. We'll have something to start with next week, and we're going to make those better and better and better as we get this marketing going on. But we're waiting for those links so that you can get credit, get everything tied in. Also, when they come in the parent link and they fill out the information, they're going to be added into the Vortex system if you have it. So, and what I mean by that is they'll come in as a parent, they're going to be locked to you. But if you have the Vortex, we're also going to be doing the follow-up to them to make sure they know when they can register their classes and all that stuff. They'll be added to that system. So if you're marketing the Brain Food Academy program, I would highly suggest that you have at least do I have it on this account? Let's see. I don't have it here. You want to at least have the $14.95 version of the Vortex because it takes care of all that and ties it in. And then as you're marketing it, we're going to be doing things that'll help gather information to put it into a drip system in the Vortex that's just for brain food. It doesn't cross over to our other things because it's education. But I'm going to tell you, I talk about, those who stick around get paid. You don't know who's going to come in and what they're going to bring. We go and market, but one person coming in could bring a community in, could be somebody looking to solve, a military-based situation or a small community situation, or they have 5 kids on a ranch and they need to put, they want to get them in this program. They hear about it, they see the marketing going on there. You want to be part of all the marketing that we do. It's do what I do, get what I get. We're not playing around, right? We've got millions and millions of dollars in investment for the future. What we're doing, we're running millions a month in marketing. This is not a small operation. We are going somewhere. Do what I do, get what I get. Even the smallest Vortex system is going to be great to have in there and drive with. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll see Mona Green's #1 right now, and this will be changing. You guys watch, this will be changing by the day. As people get their IBOs, as the instructors are getting points for IBOs, as people are getting the signups, as people are doing the unboxings, all the things that we do to get points is all here. And this is all for next year. Because we are giving out tens of thousands of dollars in travel cash, and I want to give out hundreds of thousands in travel cash. That means a lot of people are achieving, a lot of people can go. And, when you're marketing properly, you get perks. And when you're marketing at bigger numbers, you get even more perks. And I cannot even tell you the value. You guys, I've received millions of dollars in perks over my lifespan of doing this for 3.5 decades. I've had, massive marketing budgets given to me to have fun with and grow the business with in tune to that. And I can just tell you, it's really awesome. And we get to start sharing that with you at a small scale to bigger scale as you grow it. And it starts with the event travel cash bonuses, and the leaderboard right here is you're able to earn literally $200 increments, unlimited, based on the activities, which gets redeemed the following year after the event. So it basically covers the fall event, but in a lot of cases, it's going to be covering the event, your airfare, your room, entertaining your group. The bigger you have an organization, the more funds you're going to be able to get based on the way we structure this. Everything's by design to market. Go to work, get paid. Go to work, get perks. The more you do, the more you help others do, the more you're going to get, right? That's how it's all set up. So I'm going to go down here. We got the smart ship. I'm going to go ahead and hit enable. And I'm going to show you this. So we have a shipping situation. The whole world does, right? Like inflation's real. No matter how we try to combat it, we've had 3 hikes in price for our shipping, and we just kept taking, hoping that they were going to come back down, and they did. And we had the 4th hike. We have to raise the pricing. It is a dramatic difference, you know, and it's one of those things where you got to be smart about it. And we built this system that allowed us to ship where it's really where we have to send it by air. Very expensive, but we found a way to do it, and on the case pricing and the modules. And so anyway, we're on the phone with the MSIs, DSIs, PSIs. Guys, we got to raise rates immediately, and it's going to affect the smaller things, you know. And you know, Darlena suggested this. It came up through Andy. They were talking, but it's brilliant. And not only was it brilliant, Peter already had the code to make it happen. He just had to implement it, tie some stuff up there. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to hit enable smart ships to show you where this is at. Okay. And down here, we have pay from virtual wallet. And I highly suggest that everybody does this, and then you leave enough money in your wallet to pay for your wine. It's nice to just know it's going to go through. It's great. It's better than a backup. Your commissions are earning it. And there's something mental about knowing that you're producing profit for your business on top of the overhead as soon as you are. So like paying from your virtual wallet is something we've had there. I'm just going to feature it right now. It means that it's going to, whatever you have in your wallet, it'll apply that first and then go to the credit card. Okay. If you have enough in your virtual wallet, like, you know, say I always leave $200 in mine, it means it always covers my wine for the month, you know. But right now with the shipping price increase, it costs the same to send 4 bottles, 6 bottles, and it's just a little bit more for a case. It's really ridiculous. And there's minimums we have to pay with the refrigerated trucking and all this other stuff. So it really made the price for wine shipping expensive. Okay. And so this is what it is if you get it month by month. And this is, it's an increase we should have done a long time ago, but the shipping is $43.95. And I'll tell you, it's actually subsidized. Like it's more when we go further. It's kind of the mid price. We, you know, you do this in a business tier, but if we send it as a case, we all save money. So if you ship full case, it's going to drop down to $131.94. You're going to pay for it month 1, month 2, month 3. As soon as there's a case paid for of wine, that takes the shipping down to $20 or $60. Which covers the case shipping. So it becomes way more affordable if that's the problem for people. Now, if they're fine just getting 4 bottles, they get that way. Let me show you this. I'm going to change this to 6. I'm going to go 6 mix. It's only $30 more to get 2 more bottles. It's $50 more, so $25 more a bottle. So the shipping is the same for whether you get 4 or 6. So if you're based on value, if you look at the cost per bottle, right? 6 bottles into 200, counting shipping. If you look at what's it cost when you get a bottle, right? So 6 into that is basically $35. I round it up. It's like $35 there, right? Now, if I get a case, it doesn't matter if I mark this or not, it doesn't change anything. 12 into this, right? It makes it literally like $26 or whatever. I'm rounding in my head. It's way less expensive, right, by the case. And we didn't want to jeopardize the business model, which is we want people to get custom cases. You try the wine, you like it, buy a custom case. That is the business model, and it's been working great. And so we didn't want to, you know, so it costs more on average to ship a case. We subsidize it in the pricing, but it works out the same. So we get that same shipping price when you order it over 3 months on 4 or 6. So if you order 6, you're going to get it every 2 months. Every 2 months. So, you know, for those of you that, you know, some people have stocked up on wine or they bought some cases and you want to just get them, you know, this doesn't affect your custom case, but, you know, you're going to get the wines. Now, the only downside, and this is what we talked about. So I'm going to kind of open up on that in just a second. So if you want the better pricing, and you want to get every 3 months, do this. All right. Now you can still order a custom case, stock up, and just know that this is going to come out there. But if we have customers or, you know, we have customers or ambassadors that don't like the price increase with shipping, it's shipping, we all got to pay it. Here's an alternative that's going to save them money. They still get the wine right? And they're going to get it. Now, if they're brand new to the business, make sure you walk them through this, because they just got a case of wine or 2 cases of wine or 2 cases of wine and a 6-bottle thing. They might be okay, depending on who they are, to wait 3 months and just get that sequence going. But this way, it keeps them active. It keeps them in the compensation plan, and they get the best price on the wines. Now, the wines are going to be held and shipped out, so no one's going to lose out on that. And that's what I want to talk about. And then I'm going to come back to the screen here. Let me stop the share. The problem with this is custom cases. And this is a problem until we looked at where our supplies are. So for the first few months, it might be a little things, but we're going to increase our wine shipments, or our wine production. It's not like we're still boutique, but we're going to bump them up, because based on the strategies that I've always done in running this business, when we extend it out 3 months, we're holding those wines, but we're going to have people go to order a custom case and there won't be that wine there because they didn't try it for 3 months. So we're going to increase our wine to help combat that awesome high quality issue, so that we have more, so that hopefully we get it lasting. Like for instance, it's not going to probably happen. Like we have a Moscato coming out, and I don't think it's going to last. Like we'll have enough to send out everybody their shipments. We'll hold some for those that are on the delayed, but then it's gone. Like last time we did it, it didn't even last a month. The custom orders came in. We had people ordering 4 and 5 cases of it. It's that good. And then you store it and you go through it. But you guys got to remember, we're selling a high-end wine at a member price that's unbelievable. The shipping, it shouldn't ever be a factor of it or an issue, but there's a smart way to do it. Shipping is one of the things we can control if we ship cases versus 4 or 6 at a time. It's still a great value. It's still awesome what we're doing, but just so you guys know, to overcome that, they can just go to a 3-month thing and drop it $20. And it just accumulates it. It's smarter, it's greener, right? Less of a carbon footprint. And I'm just glad that we have smart MSI, PSI combination coming in there and offer that solution. We could jump right on it. And it in the moment, it was like, hey guys, we got to deal with this. It's all great. But that just made it super palatable. So, we'll make sure we cover it. It's effective now, guys. Anybody can go through and change it. Though I'll tell you, right now we're shipping the Rickard and the Antonio. Right now, they're so worth it anyway. And the wines that are coming out in the next releases are, you guys, we are in awesome stride. The wines are freaking incredible. And we have this very special one coming out in October that we're going to be enjoying during this incredible gala meal. And you guys, it is so yummy. And we've never released it before. Tanya's not here to quiet me down. If she's watching this, I'm going to probably get an alert. Guys, this wine is literally, it's no joke. It's going to be great. And I actually don't think we had enough of it made in this round. There's an overrun of it that we're going to get bottled separately, because I think we'll need more, but that's it. And then I'm hoping that the next one will be ready in about 12 months to 18 months, for this label winner. By the way, you guys, so in a circular motion, right? Like we've really amped up our corporate imaging and stuff that we're doing. You guys see you're going to see changes in the landing page. You know what? I probably should walk you guys through this. You guys want to see? Let me explain something. Like this is cool. This is where things are going. So hopefully it doesn't add some confusion. So let me share my screen again. You guys, that should all make sense. But you guys go to the DC. I'm going to log out. So this is the login page, and this graphic is changing. We're not going to have anything related to wine on here, because obviously we got the Brain Food Academy, direct to consumer ambassador, and this is our kiosk. We call it Cash Network Direct right now. We're transitioning to RAM, which is residual affiliate marketing, which is what it is. Now that's paid out through all this is all paid out through the direct to consumer back office. Everything's under that umbrella. We can add other things. The future's like wide open. We built an amazing architectural structure to reward us for what we do. And you'll log in here and get your back office. But this is where all this is coming from. When we're marketing the school, they're going to have a join link, but the parent account, no, remember we have our join link, we got to market to that, but brainfoodacademy.com is where they're coming in. And this is all being tweaked in the final stuff, but you guys, there is incredible curriculum and stuff that's on here, and I can click on anything and it goes down the description, what's there. Like we have all the resources to market. We're going, you know, we're in launch, right? So this is where it'll be, but there'll be a login page on here for the parents and the students to log in and do all their stuff. And that's all being finalized like right now. And then in our back office again, we'll have that login link and we'll go from there. And, you know, we'll start pushing out the parents with the videos. We'll start doing all that stuff. And that's what you guys are going to see a lot of focus on, but don't lose track of what we're doing. And let me tell you something. We have the best partnership acquisition program I've ever seen. We have students that are coming in and make money online. We know they have an interest in that. We get to literally do the BRT with them, show them what we have. They get into the PBS, and then we get to start unveiling the products and services that we market, beginning with DTCA. Do not change the path that we have. We always start with wine. Wine is just relevant, okay? And we can switch if there's someone that doesn't, you know, whatever reason, go that direction, because when they get to session 2 and they start going into modifying other pages, when they get to the Brain Food Academy stuff, they're going to see it, and then they're going to be on our trainings that we have on it. It's a whole nother realm to get them to market, and it touches a lot of people, and education touches everybody. We all need it. So I want to go back to James' page. We have like 8 minutes. I'm going to show James how to clean some of this stuff up there. He's got a brain food page, but you guys, Australia is something that we need to push out on. And I got a little off track on time because, you know, James, you've been here a long time. I want to make sure your page gets done and everybody learns something from that, I promise today. But Australia, guys, we can do Villa Vita, Savings Highway Global. We want to get wine back over there. It's a shipping thing, and I'm gonna talk about this. It's a very heavy, hefty, valuable product. Shipping to Canada has been a pain in the butt with customs and the laws and the stuff that they keep changing and other things that happen. We will solve it eventually. We have to set up shop in Canada. We're going to have to set up shop in Australia. We kind of already have facilities there. So as we're building, let's see what the awareness of it is. But DTCA has the brain food program. You guys, education is such a dire need, and it is a problem that we get to solve. We get to market it everywhere. And over in Australia, we can market the brain food education, and they can start marketing it there even. You know, having a US diploma isn't a bad thing in almost every location, okay? And, you know, and they have their criteria and the curriculum and the stuff they're pushing stuff through. There is more and more awareness is going to come to things. And we're checking out some other side there, but there's a big awareness of, obviously, because brain food. Now, we already have a great name over there. And now this is the, you know, K through 12. This isn't our tutoring school. This is K through 12, right? And there, we got separate organizations, right? But K through 12 is Brain Food Academy, all right? And we get to just push this out there, and we can watch what this grows and develops to. Those who stay get paid. You never know who's going to come in. And guys, there is such a desire and need. And there's also people that live far from school that do a lot of homeschooling out there in Australia. They have these collectives. This is an awesome opportunity for all of us, okay? And that's just Australia. And the reason why I'm bringing up Australia is we've had a lot of members in Triple R. We still have some. I had no idea we could do Villa Vita there yet. They were doing some soft things, but I got the official thing. We can absolutely go to work there, okay? So when you're posting your ads, hit Australia. Hit Australia, hit it. James, I'm going to come fix your pages. Do one more thing on here on the education. Everybody new has this. James, you've been here a long time, and it wasn't added, so now I get a chance to do that. Let's see, is it letting me do it? There we go. James, are you still with me? Can you unmute?
Yep.
Okay, so what I did is I created 2 new pages on yours, education and career development, and then all things. Okay.
Okay.
Now I have, you said you built a page on Brain Food already, right?
Yeah, it's in a draft.
It's in draft? Okay. It helps if I spell things right.
Or just to let you know, your resources are very low, that it's pretty scrambled on our screens.
Do you know what? Let me, yeah, I'm gonna turn my
Yeah,
video off
everybody
for me.
messaging me and it's like, guys, when it's like that, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, it's the downside of the resort life. My internet's been fantastic, just so everybody knows. I'm paying for what they call their premium, and this is what I'm getting today. I don't know if it's because it's a weekend and everybody's like streaming videos and stuff in their rooms. I don't know what it is, but it is the downside. I'm about to get the Starlink system and just travel with it. Because I tested that out. That's what Peter Bradford does. That's Elon Musk system, but it doesn't work in the cities as well. It would probably work great up here in the mountains. But anyway, is it better now? Not really.
Not really. It was for a little bit. It just needs more time to think. Now it's clearing up.
Okay. So what I'm doing now, you guys should understand. We'll do the best we can. I'll leave my video off because I know that makes a difference. So you got your Brain Food page here, which is great. And I know how to write that a little well, so we'll go ahead and do this. I created your education and career development and your all things. And so what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to refresh this page because I just did those after. I'm going to publish. They're not done, but I'm publishing them. So I'm going to come here to the menus. I'm going to hit refresh. There's that. And there should be all things. Let me go put this in there. It should be all things too. Let's see. We should have all things too. Let's see. Now I'm where I created a post. So let's see. I'm gonna go look at posts. I did. I was being really fast. So this should be a post. And I'm just gonna copy this part of it here. I'm gonna hit switch to draft. Okay. I'm gonna come here and do new page. There we go. Now I can find it in the menus.
I like that you did that. So it shows the importance to know the difference between a post and a page for the newer students.
Yeah, you do your 2 posts on the front page. You should never do a post again. But they put post on the top. So like I just probably thought I was adding a page and hit post. And I do it all the time. I don't mean to. Like but that's how you fix it. And you just copy it over. So luckily I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna go delete that in a second. Oh, education. And I want your Brain Food page. Here. You can add more to it, but at least you have the structure in one place. I'm going to come here to posts. I'm going to trash this one. And you got some other things in here that I'll leave those alone. You got your 2. That's great. I'm gonna go back to visit site, and now we have the education and career development. It's got the drop downs. It's there. You've done your page on that, which is great. Now we just got to actually build out those pages. So I'm going to build it out once, then we can add it to the next one. And we have some really good pictures and images. I'm actually going to add that right now. I don't think you have them in here. I'm just double checking because you might. Okay, I'm going to upload the files. I'm going to go to select files. I'm actually going to go into Dropbox and into the shared files. And Brain Food Ambassador images, and these ones right here. These are the ones we want. So I like this. I like a lot of these. I'm gonna actually add. I'm gonna add these to your backup to your James. So you can build lots of pages. I'm just gonna add them here so you have them in your media library. Okay.
Okay,
And we're gonna use this one. Nice and big. We want to go to medium, and I'm gonna go rounded, and I'm gonna go 75%. I like that size. It's perfect. We don't want to go too big. We don't want to interfere with Google AdSense. Actually, I think I might have to go a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. And we always want to line it right on an index page, or what we call a category page. You don't want it on the left. That makes it look like an offer page. It's got to be on the right. I've learned this the hard way by just doing it. I guess it would help if I spelled education right. And that means I messed it up over here too. Okay, so I'm gonna come back here, education, career development. We've already got these pages in the menu system. That part's done. Now you're gonna do the fun page. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up. This has to be, I'll type in another thing in here too. We're creating your page. We're green on some things, we're red on the other, of course. This needs to be in the next one, and I'm just gonna put I'm gonna have fun with this for you, James.
okay,
And I'm gonna go a little bit over, Niall.
No problem. There's nothing more important than what you're doing today right here.
Yeah, this is pretty. So we need to do his brain food page. And here, do the brain food page. Yeah, you and I got to get busy in Australia.
Absolutely. I've already reached out to Katrina.
I got an apology, but still, like, my gosh, how did you miss it? How did I miss it? Like, I went through all my notes. You know, I keep copious notes, copious notes.
Especially
Anyway,
on that
hey,
country.
onward. Oh, yeah. Then I'll go to the PBS page. You want to have at least 2 things in here anyway. And so we'll put 2 things in here for now, because you already have that page.
Okay.
And heading 3. And let's see what we're missing. Transition words, of course. And do we have enough? I don't know if we have enough. Let's see. Yeah, transition words, of course. And I just solved it right there. Okay. So there's that. And I think I said enough on the other stuff. So I'm going to hit update. I'm going to click on the 3 dots, go to code editor, come here, Control A, Control C. I'm going to go to your all things, come here. I should go to control editor as habit, paste it there, exit code editor, come to the top. It's not liking it. So something it doesn't like an SEO. Let's see. Oh, image key phrase. So I come here, click on that. Does this sometimes.
Look up, block.
Yeah, it's not the block. It's on the page. It's on. There it goes. You have to get to it a certain way. Don't give up. Just go back and forth. And once that on there, that's all it needs. And I'll hit update. So you got to back these up, James. But now you have those pages done and everything's there. Other than we want to add to it
Okay.
and add to it. Let's see. I'll update for good measure. And then you got your list of stuff to change on
Yep.
yours. Okay, so you're gonna go make those changes. That's what you need to do. You've done great work. So just so you know, your content's really not thin. It's just your navigation is. So that's really what they're talking about. You got enough pages in here and content, you're good. I would tell you that if this pass doesn't work, we're gonna need to add more, but you need to post ads. So here's your homework is to get all these fixed. Make sure you back everything up, right? Fix it, back it up.
Yep.
Fix all the categories. Fix all the categories. Make sure, and as you're doing it, make sure you don't have any dead links. And let's see, I was just going here. I saw, yeah. You have dead links, so you got to check your posts for the dead links. That's going to be an issue. And some of that stuff you can almost just take out. How did that happen? So home. That movie pass. Yeah, we got to. Do you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can modify this. You spend some time on your posts. Just make sure you don't have any dead links. You could just have this go to your savings. For now, I'll just put it so it's not to a dead link. Check. This is simply go here. And that one, this says it's directing you, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'll just have it go back. I'll have it go there as well.
That's what I've been doing. Like, put it.
Yeah, when in doubt. Yeah, that's just a good filler. That image, every image should be hyperlinked. That won't stop you with Google. That's just, you want to have every picture hyperlinked. Sometimes the pictures get picked up somewhere else and you want it to go somewhere that benefits us, right?
Right.
All right, so yeah. Good progress today on this, actually. I mean, this is actually, I know a lot of people need it, but then you got your education in there and your travel page. Make sure, like, I don't know, if you still have access to this, like you're marketing things like I am that we got grandfathered into. If these are dead, replace them. But this all has to be redone. And if you have to just retype it over, you can
Yeah.
just copy this stuff and do it. Whatever you get, and you got great instructors that can help. And if they need me, they'll get me. But James, let's get this done. This is awesome. You're so close. But all this extra stuff, this one's not as bad, but it looks like the sizing's off. See, it's not congruent. It's not consistent.
Yeah.
So it should look like this. If it's not, worst case, you can just redo it, right? Just
Right.
make sure they all look like this. It's congruent through it. And then go to Google AdSense and tell them to check it again, submit it, tell them you got it fixed. But that definitely was the issue they're talking about. There's no uniformity to the navigation, and everything we just did will fix it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just go
All
through.
right.
Roy, I hope you don't
Yeah, just go
mind.
through it.
This is a common question, and I answer it the best I can in a non-techie way. When you're backing up your pages and you do it in code editor, why do you do it in code editor instead of just copying the page?
It's actually and I think it was it Sheila, Stacy, somebody, because I have a way that I used to do it. Code editor puts it into HTML code, which means the images, the sizing, everything is going to be exact. If you just copy it and put it over there, you lose it in translation to Google Docs. So when you go put it back, it won't be the same. The pictures won't be the same. They might not even come through. So HTML is the perfect thing. And you don't need to know how to do HTML. Just use code editor. Just trust to copy and paste it and you're good. That's it. That's the easy thing about it. To put this in perspective, guys, when I started doing this in 97, I didn't even know about WordPress. There wasn't systems like that. There's some new ones that came out there, like Front Page. There's a program called Front Page. Most people here won't even know that, and that's okay. But I had to write my own stuff in HTML. I literally wrote out what everything was and directed. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of knowledge. I mean, I had books, I saw resources, I had to go back and forth. You memorize the code and what things go. And it was great. It gave me an advantage over everybody because there's no way these systems like WordPress just do it for us. And they're tying things in there. And I'm going to tell you, you guys want to know something? Everybody that's doing the stuff that we're doing now is learning skills, and we're adapting as new things come. But there's more and more artificial intelligence being added to help us in what we're doing in WordPress. Don't think they're not snoozing on this. So I'm privy to a couple of things that I know are coming. Just keep doing what you're doing. Things just get better and better for us. Now, I did an episode on building with artificial intelligence, and I've done a couple trainings on it. You're going to see a lot more done, because it is a great way to fast start what we're doing, but you've got to modify it and make it your own. You've got to use the tools to make it outside of AI detection. I don't care what you read. I don't care what you see. Google is fighting artificial intelligence that's not theirs. That's really what they're doing. Okay, there's always going to be a big e-commerce, big tech war going on between the factions, if you will, on who controls what's happening. And I've always bet on Google. They just kind of are big, and they also are buying things up there. But based on what I know, and that's all I can go on is experience and knowledge. We want to use artificial intelligence, but we want to do it the right way. And we want to make sure that we're using it to better enhance our speed and get the research done, but not to do our blogging for us. It will not give us the organic feeds that we're trying to get. Okay. So I've seen some of our students just get really lazy. They're going to do all this work and not have the gains. And when they're not making money from Google AdSense, I'm warning everybody, there's a right way to do it. So I put out a right way to do it. And I did it on some brain food pages. It's literally, I have a link to the video that I didn't want to have it totally open, so you guys can see that in the trainings, and we'll do another marathon on that. But we're going to start doing ad posting marathons, how to get parents, how to do all that stuff. Those of you that are in the parent groups and dad groups like I'm in on Facebook, we get to start reaching out. Remember, we just get one parent in, we all win. If we all just add one a month, we win big. We all had one a month for a year, we're going to get off to the races, because we'll start getting more exposure from all the consensus work we're all doing. You guys understand how great it is? We can launch anything. We all do a little bit of work and get a little bit of success. We all win. That's what we have. All right, Niall, I'm going to turn this off because we're not going to go live on the freaking V marketing that you're about to do. But I'll tell you, I've been doing massive V marketing this week. I've been creating appointments for so many other people because I'm filling my calendar up. I'm going to tell you, I know what's going on in the world. Some of you guys do as well. This is the time for us to really, it's called feast in marketing, feast. You want to be talking to as many people as you can. You want to find as much moments as you can to get as many students in right now. People are looking and they're hungry. And the responses we're getting, and I'll bring this up on like System B. In case you guys haven't noticed, System B kind of blew up. Remember I told you I was working, I work on stuff. We hit a really solid vein. Now we gotta watch it. You guys, eyes and ears, and anything that sounds weird, let me know. We have partners that are causing complaints. I need to know all that stuff, like always. But you guys, we are in such an awesome situation right now where we can help people because we got the tools to do it. Every one of us can handle 10 more students right now. Even if you don't have a student, everybody could. Go get them and watch what happens.